words.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today and get internet with a price for life. Keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
To Landover, Maryland. That'd be cool, man. You know, the stadium would be about 2 miles west of the Capitol. No, I'm sorry, east of the Capitol. I'm sorry, I'm dumb at stuff like this, and I ask you stuff like this all the time, Ben. Did you ever play at RFK?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Cool old stadium.
Cool old stadium. And then, I was there before they banned the cheerleaders from doing what they do to the opposing team. So I got to see that firsthand about
You're on the camera, Hawk.
What they do?
You're on the camera, Hawk. Oh, boy.
Sorry.
I mean, Hawk, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
I honestly, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about. You guys know the scene in The Replacements where all the strippers become the cheerleaders?
Yeah.
And they're basically on the sideline, doing stripper moves.
Sure.
That's kind of what they did with
No kidding.
back then the Redskins cheerleaders
Wow.
It wasn't so much during the game, but they would intentionally
I love it.
They would intentionally get ready in the holding area for the opposing team in the just outside the locker room.
I love it.
So
Calm down, Paul.
So let me paint this picture.
Right.
So we go out for pregame warm-up. They had done their warm-ups before the teams get out there. We come walking back through the corridor and into the tunnel to go back to the locker room. But to walk through all of that, that's where all the cheerleaders are hanging out. And they are partner stretching like you would not believe. I mean, it is.
I love it.
Salacious. It is softcore. It is awesome, right? So much so, I mean, they are known for that, and then you come to find out that they're, throughout the organization, there's peepholes around in their locker room. There's guys just sort of know. I think that locker room, and I think maybe the old San Fran locker room, the opposing locker room was right next door to the cheerleaders' locker room. Wow. So I think that I never saw the peepholes, but there are rumors that you could see in there.
Did the writer of Porky's own the Washington football team?
Dan Snyder sound like he was the owner of Porky's.
Man,
wow.
It just sounds like an 80s plot.
Yeah.
That's greasy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, all the guys are making their jokes. Like they'd come walking through, everybody's got that nervous energy before the game. And then you see all that happen. You're like, I got to go right to the bathroom right when I get to the locker room.
Yes, right.
I got to get this poison out now.
I'd also like to see her topless.
You got any of them French fried boobies back there?
Yeah.
Free.
Man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sort of known league-wide that when you get done with the pregame warm-up, just take a slow stroll as you make your way back to the locker room.
Tommy's just throwing up outside of the locker room.
He's throwing them. Anyway, there you go. So RFK, there you go. Going back in the direction of D.C., that old beat-up stadium, man. That thing was something else.
So they're moving closer than to University of Maryland territory.
Right. Yeah. Remember we stayed at University of Maryland one year?
Yeah.
It felt like there was nothing going on. No restaurants, no anything.
I know. It was, I know I'm going to catch some flack for this, but I just don't I would prefer not to be in an urban city like that to go to college. It just did not seem like you're even really on a college campus. Right. It was just kind of weird.
Yeah. That's right. I'm with you.
Yep, that is very true.
The Commanders, with the ownership change and everything like that, they seem to be going in the right direction. I saw a concert at RFK Stadium. Last thing I ever did there.
Who did you see?
It was they had a concert festival called HFS Festival, and it was a radio station, HFS, and they did it every year. It was a big deal. And the year I saw it, Counting Crows was on their August and Everything After tour.
Wow.
Cracker had their big hit with "Be With You Girls Like Being Low." Man, could it have been Coldplay? I can't remember, but all these bands are playing like that, and then Henry Rollins comes out and does his thing. It's crazy.
That would have been before Coldplay.
Yeah, it would have been, yeah.
So maybe like
right.
Candlebox was
somebody
there.
like that. Somebody like that. Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but it was a bunch of bands like, Cities 97 bands.
Yeah.
And then Henry Rollins came out.
Wow.
With no shirt. That's exactly what it was, man. I'm like,
yeah.
oh my God, that's cool.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was probably 19
The
years old.
90s were weird.
They
man.
were so weird.
Yeah. Henry Rollins would just talk for a while and then scream, I'm a liar.
Yeah, just
You sound like Beavis and Butt.
Beavis and Butthead loved that video.
Liar.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
he's a
loved
liar. You're a liar.
Yeah.
Liar.
They loved it.
Do you remember? This is how weird the '90s were. I just remember watching Henry Rollins because I saw him at a festival or two as well. I think he was at Edge Fest or X Fest or Ozfest.
You're a liar.
And he didn't wear shoes on stage, and I remember thinking, "That's weird."
Right.
I didn't have time to think.
Oh,
I think this music's terrible. It was more like, look at Henry Rollins like dancing on a rug without shoes on.
Listen
what a
to this.
weird guy.
guys, listen to this. It was May 14th, 1994. Okay. Counting Crows, Cracker, Toad the Wet Sprockets, Meat Puppets, Pavement, Violent Femmes, Afghan Wigs, and the Henry Rollins Band.
Liar. Yeah.
I bet that backstage area was weird.
Yeah.
I've only heard of 4 of those bands.
Toad the Wet Sprocket, you remember, right?
Yep.
Meat Puppets was
Never heard of them.
You would have heard one of their songs back in the 90s, I bet. They were a Seattle band.
Yeah, influenced Nirvana,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, exactly. Violent Femmes does a do did and did.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, Poster in the Sun.
Yeah.
That's 2.
Counting Crows.
I know them, obviously.
Cracker sings low. You would probably know that song even if you don't know the name.
Oh,
Cracker.
I must have missed Cracker. Okay, so I know 5.
Yeah. So anyway, that's fun. So that was at RFK Stadium on May 14th of 1994. I was there. Boy, I missed a couple of good years though, man. The year before that was NXS, Iggy Pop, Matthew Sweet, Stereo MCs, the Posies. Oh, that'd have been good. Whew. Anyway, there you go.
So Iggy Pop was another one of those names that from time to time would pop up on a festival lineup that I was at. And I didn't know his stuff. I just knew he was, quote, iconic. I'm like, oh man, Iggy Pop's going to be there.
What does he do? Dog.
What does he do? I have no idea.
No idea.
He wants to be your dog.
He wants to be my dog.
He does. Yeah.
Oh.
But like, if you had said even in 1994 or right now, name more than one Iggy Pop song for $1 million, I'd go, I think I can tell you one and one only.
I don't think I can.
Isn't Lust for Life his? Wasn't that Iggy Pop?
I don't know. I just don't know.
I think you're right,
I don't
Corey.
know. I know he wants to be your dog.
But after that,
that's a Iggy Pop.
After that, you're on your own.
Yeah.
Man. Okay.
And I've seen him live.
Yeah.
Right.
And I have no knowledge of his music at all.
How old do you think he is?
Oh, he's old, man.
75.
Because he was in the Stooges.
77.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Hey, check this out, Ben. Man, you guys, I know these are concerts that happened 30 years ago, but check this out. 1995, the year after I was there, the Ramones, Soul Asylum, PJ Harvey, Primus, Courtney Love, Better Than Ezra, Juliana Hatfield, and Tony Bennett.
Wow.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. The next year, June 1st, 1996, Goldfinger, Cracker again, Presidents of the United States of America.
So
They
good.
kick
Yeah,
ass.
they
Yeah,
wail.
that would be a
Yeah.
fun concert.
Right? Garbage,
What band?
Jewel, Gin Blossoms, Everclear, No Doubt, and Foo Fighters.
Oh,
That's
I'm in.
that's
I mean,
the best
come
one by
on.
a mile.
Yeah, by
It's
a
one of the
mile.
most 90s lineups you could have.
Out of every year you just named, though, it's not even close. That's the one I would have
that's
gone
the
to.
one.
Yeah, me too.
The next year's pretty good too. The Prodigy, Beck,
Oh, man.
Jamiroquai,
Oh, my
yes.
God. Yes.
Hell
Never mind.
yeah.
I want to
Hell
go this
yeah.
one.
Keep going.
I'm there.
Blondie, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, the Cardigans, Luscious Jackson, and Local H.
Kind of fell off. for
It
me.
did fall off.
Yeah.
The
Prodigy,
first 3.
Jamiroquai, and who was the second
Beck.
one? Oh,
Beck,
man.
yeah.
I know. On the side stage, they had Squirrel Nut Zippers, Ben Folds 5, and Third Eye Blind.
Oh,
and Real
yeah, I
Big
love
Fish.
Third Eye
That's a
Blind.
good size.
Yeah,
real,
man.
real Big Fish whales.
Yeah.
Sellout's a great song. That's the only one I know, but
Sell
that's a great
Out.
song.
Yeah, good tune.
Great tune.
Yeah, so there you go.
Man, 90s alternative music festivals. I went to all of them.
Yeah.
Just a Cracker Jack box of whatever you got.
Could not wait to go to the Somerset Amphitheater and watch whatever 30 bands they threw at me. I was going to sit through all of them.
Yeah.
Smelled like crap, dust everywhere, drunk idiots everywhere.
You guys are lucky, man.
Why'd you smell like crap?
Yeah.
Everybody did.
Hawk, you didn't grow up around a metro area like me.
I did not, man.
When was your first concert?
I was lucky because my mom and dad loved music, and so we saw REO Speedwagon with Survivor as their opener in 1984.
So you were how old?
I was 13 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was going to Dayton, Ohio, which was an hour away.
Yeah.
You know,
that's the thing. Like I think the very first concert I was actually going to go to was in high school. It was at the South Dakota State Fair. I think it was I want to say it's not the Foo Fighters, but it was somebody that was, a decent band. And it got rained out. And I was in high school. So I don't think I went to a concert until I was in college.
Wow. Man. Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Who was the one you're thinking of in college?
I think it was because I helped out at a big country festival that was taking place it's called Country Stampede, just outside of Manhattan, Kansas. And we would help out and be, their stage hands or whatever, which is the worst job. The worst job. Like they completely undersold it to us. They're like, it's great. You just basically like set up the next band and then you just go to watch a concert for free backstage. No.
You're there all day.
You're there all day. You're working your tail off.
You're napping under the stage.
Oh my God. And it's, it's a country concert in the middle of summer in Kansas. It's 95 degrees and 95% humidity. We were wringing our shirts out because we were so sweaty.
Talk slower, Zach's close.
Yeah.
Ooh. Tommy's going to show up
and
today.
As you know, Hawk, that these bands all want their own stuff. Nobody's sharing anything. You're loading semis, full semis with equipment on and off the whole day. There was never a break.
Zacho, you remember doing that?
Oh, yeah.
A lot, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was, there was some, and man, some of those days, Twin Cities Summer Jam that one year was like 95 degrees.
So hot. Yeah. Yeah. And we were the first band, which means we were the last to load on, but you had to be there early.
Oh, yeah.
You had to be there all day. Yeah, man. Yeah, no, that's true. But you got paid a lot to do it, right, Ben?
Yeah, I think they gave us a couple bucks and like maybe a food voucher. And they're like, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Hideous.
Yeah.
Pass gas.
It is weird how much I miss those days, though, and how much fun those were.
Yeah.
And now I'm the opposite. Because, like I said, 311's literally playing a festival this summer here. And I'm like, I can't sit through 20 other bands. And there's too many people and there's parking. Now the idea of a festival just chills me to the bone.
They're not made for adults.
They're not.
They're just not.
They're just not.
They're not.
Yeah. You are correct.
And they cost so much money.
Yeah.
And it's $40 for a water. It's just.
There's no shade. Yeah. Hideous.
Right. That's right.
We're just no fun anymore.
Old.
Yeah,
we're old. We're old.
But you just can't, you have to embrace it and not just deny it, right? You can't be like, I'm still cool. I just don't want to be bothered at a festival.
No.
It's like, no. All those inconveniences drive me nuts now. When that was half the fun of parking 2 miles away from the facility and walking with your buddies the entire way. And you're like, I don't even know if we locked our car. Did somebody lock the car? Who cares?
Who has
Keep
money?
walking.
How about camping in your car, sleeping in your car? Yeah.
All that stuff. It was super fun.
Man,
who needs those?
Sleeping on a grass field.
Smoke them if you got
people
them.
are blasting music till 5 a.m. and
You're a little high.
Yeah, you're a little high.
A little. Yeah.
There's always food around.
And I'm guessing just having drunk, sweaty sweats with some rando
on ice.
It might be a little difficult, Pat.
Paul, I just counted. I've seen Henry Rollins 58 times. Do you believe me?
Yes.
You do.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
You know
why? Because you're a
Liar.
That's how they would
It's
say
such a terrible song.
It's a great song.
Because half of it is like spoken word.
It's
and then
almost
just
all
does.
spoken
And
word.
then he
He
just
will beat your
screams
ass.
liar, and then Beavis goes, yeah. He gets so into
But
it.
you guys, I'm sorry. Who besides me has seen Sons of Anarchy?
I have not.
No,
Okay.
I've never.
There's
seen
a scene. Henry Rollins. It's a stretch for him. He played a white supremacist.
what?
He's not, obviously, but
He
every
doesn't-
time he's ever been in one of those films, that's what he plays.
Yeah, he doesn't
Okay?
really have that look, though.
Not at all. So it's maybe one of the most badass Henry Rollins scenes you can imagine. So he's done some terrible things, and the Sons of Anarchy guys are like, well, this guy's got to die. And he's getting his hair cut. No, he's getting a tattoo, and he's got his little boy with him. His little boy's probably 7 years old. And the Sons of Anarchy guys go to the tattoo artist. They call him. They say, don't make any faces. We're going to kill Henry Rollins. That's not his character.
Right.
We're going to kill Henry Rollins. So get his son out of there. And the tattoo artist's like, okay, but he can't get. So the Sons of Anarchy guys come in and they're standing there. Henry Rollins looks up and he looks at him and he realizes he's about to die. So he says to his son, he goes, son, you need to leave here now. Don't you tell anybody what happened here. You don't ever tell anybody what happened here. I love you, but we don't snitch. I'm like, oh my God.
That's badass.
And his son leaves and they kill the hell out of that guy. Oh, it's such a
That's
great
so
scene.
cool.
That was a great show. I don't care what anybody says. Sons of Anarchy. Great show.
I've heard nothing but good things about that show.
Oh,
Sauce, you believe him or not?
No, I think he's a liar.
I wish I
Headlines
could
next.
play Henry Rollins just to prove you're wrong.
Just to play liar for the
Yes.
next 40 straight minutes. More of the Power Trip after this, including headlines on the Fan.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't
651 Carpets Plus. We bring the showroom to you. Come on in. Here's how your free in-home estimate works. We bring you all the latest and greatest styles to complement your home. We use our state-of-the-art measuring system so we can give you the best price for your project on the spot. And we have thousands of products that you could have installed the next day. Call 651 Carpets Plus for your free in-home estimate.
Auto.com. It turns out the best place to buy a car is the best place to buy tires year-round, but a couple of times a year, they run the Luther Tire event, and April is one of those times. So right now, you can get 4 tires from brands that you know and trust, with Luther's everyday low pricing. And if you buy 4 tires this month, they get you a $100 Luther gift card. So if you know you need tires, or if you've been shopping around lately for tires, now's the time to pounce, because now you're going to get a great price, great tires, free road hazard protection, lifetime tire rotations, and they're going to throw in a $100 Luther gift card. So now's the time. Get into any of the 50-plus Luther locations. If you know where one is, great. Get tires from them today. If not, go to lutherauto.com and see where the nearest dealership is. Get in there and get tires. If you don't know much about tires, they'll walk you through the process. They'll help you out. They did that with me a couple years ago. They're awesome people. Get to Luther during the Luther Tire event, lutherauto.com.
Did you know that there are more than 300 runners from the Twin Cities area competing in this year's Boston Marathon, presented by Bank of America? For some, running Boston is a bucket list experience. Others are determined to break a personal record, but thousands of runners are doing it for a good cause. Together, we can help them raise money and make a difference. So find a runner, help a cause. Give if you can at BofA.com/help-a-cause. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, presenting partner of the Boston Marathon. References to charitable organizations are not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation. Copyright 2025.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Don't be a liar. You need new windows. You might need new doors, patio doors. It's that time of year, right? You're thinking, wow, it's getting warm out. Let's get some stuff done. Builders and Remodelers is right there with you, and they're right there for you. And they've been there for 73 years. It's their 73rd anniversary. They're offering you incredible savings. Right now, 73% off installation labor on any siding project, any window project, any door or patio door project, any roofing project, and 36 months no interest financing if you qualify. From the Twin Cities' only home improvement company with a Better Business Bureau A+ rating and accreditation for over 55 years. Don't be a liar. Go to buildersandremodelers.com. Nobody does it better, and they're a proud partner of your Minnesota Twins.
You have a plan for your business and a vision for its future. So it's important to have a banking partner that works to understand all of your goals and what it will take to help you reach them. Work with a banker who is dedicated to listening first and providing insightful, personalized advice that's right for you and your business. Work with Bremer Bank, because understanding is everything. Put us to work for you today at bremer.com.
If you've been listening to the Power Trip Morning Show all morning long, we've been craving chicken fingers all morning long. That means Raising Cane's, because nobody has better chicken fingers than Raising Cane's. If you're craving Raising Cane's and
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today and get internet with a price for life. Keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
Jewelers, they helped me select the perfect engagement ring, taking the time to answer all my questions. Highly recommended. You won't be disappointed.
Wow. Thank you for those kind words, John. We prioritize service and want to make sure you feel 100% confident in your purchase, from the sparkle of the diamond to the price you're paying.
Your 1,750 five-star reviews speak for themselves. Arthur's Jewelers is worth the drive.
Bradshaw and Bryant, seeking justice for the injured. Online at minnesotapersonalinjury.com.
You're listening live to the Power Trip on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
By the way, we just watched that Sons of Anarchy scene that I was telling you guys about with Henry Rollins after we watched the fire video or the liar video. I saw that scene one time. I don't know how many years ago it was. I remembered it almost note for note. That's how good that scene is. Man, Sons of Anarchy was a great show.
I saw it completely out of context, and I still got goosebumps.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you could that
Right.
that was powerful. It was like a minute, but that was powerful.
Yeah, good stuff.
I also have the same tattoo as Henry Rollins' character in that clip.
Because you love irony. That's why.
Exactly.
Bye, Maxo. Have a good day.
Bye,
Maxo. Love you, buddy. Bye.
Real quick, 2 weeks away, guys. Grandview Lodge.
Liar!
Power Trip morning show making their way up May 1st and 2nd. Thursday night, we got fun and prizes. Friday morning, we got the live broadcast and the initials game. Book your stay today at KFAN.com, keyword Grandview. That's going to be a fun night.
You just made it up, didn't you?
That's going to be great.
2 weeks from tonight, that's an off-air thing where we give away a whole bunch of prizes and have fun and the Rube game of initials and all that stuff. And then Friday morning at Grandview live broadcast.
There you go.
Hell Easy excuse to make your way up to Grandview, or
Why wouldn't you?
make your way down to Grandview if you're listening to us on the Bun.
Yeah, man. K-Ball. Love it.
Well said.
Yeah, well said.
Now it's time for Headlines.
Brought to you by my friends at Wolf River Electric and wolfriverelectric.com. They do solar panels. If you want to get some solar panels put on your house like I did, go to Wolf River Electric and reach out to those guys.
I'm gonna do something I probably shouldn't do. I'm gonna ask you a question that you might not know the answer to, but I was thinking about this last night. We were talking about it backstage last night before the Dillo show. Are those things you've got? Are they hail resistant?
Good
question.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I think they are. I mean,
Right.
I think the way I understand it,
To some extent,
yeah,
at
to
least.
some extent,
Yeah,
yes.
right. Like if they're bowling ball size.
Right. If they're softball size
Yeah,
hail, I'm
right.
sure they're going to take some damage. That's a good question, though. I don't know.
And they're pitched on the side of your right.
Yeah, they're sloped. Yeah.
Like they're not completely flat.
No, not even close.
Yeah,
No, angled.
And I think that's like intentional as well.
Are they meteor resistant?
I don't believe so.
No, they're not made
Nor
of
should they be. I wouldn't expect them to be. If you have questions, just reach out to Wolf River Electric. They'll walk you through the whole process.
I believe
They're
my
awesome
bass
people.
player's going to. That's why we're
Right on.
talking about it. Yeah. Mhm.
So
Ask
if
for Brandon or Chad.
an apocalyptic asteroid comes down, it's not going to protect your house.
No, but to be honest, like my solar panels will be one of my last concerns if that's the scenario
If
that's
it's
actually
over.
happening.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll probably see like where are my girls? Where
Hey, where my girls at?
Where are my dogs?
Dogs, yeah.
Where's my dogs
Not
at?
necessarily in that order.
Not necessarily. Depends on the day. And then probably third, it'll be like, what's up with my solar panels?
Angie's like, hello.
What about sauce?
Oh,
I'm comfortable with my order.
Yeah, he's done.
Firefest 2 has been postponed indefinitely.
Oh, no way.
Liar.
Couldn't see that coming.
Apparently, it just wasn't quite working out for Firefest.
That guy,
them concerts in there.
that guy putting that together sucks.
Yeah. Anybody who put their money into that with him
Yeah.
is a moron.
What kind of person was going to go the second
don't
time?
know.
No idea.
Because weren't they trying to promote the sales before any artists were announced?
Well, yeah. I mean,
who buys that?
Now, I would have played there, of course, but what kind of a self-respecting artist would have gone there?
Honestly, just for the story, if you were like,
Oh.
if Billy McFarland, isn't that his name?
Yeah.
If he calls you and says, "Hey, Chris Hockey Band or Rocket Club, like we need 79 different acts. Would you like to be one of them?"
Well, first of all, I'd have been like, do 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 do.
That's Bobby McFerrin.
Brilliant. That took me as like a genius.
But you'd have to for the story,
you'd
right?
have to, of course, absolutely.
Paul, your hands up.
I don't know if this is a one-day ticket or this gets you to every day, May 30th through June 2nd, whenever this is going to be, even though it's now postponed. What would you say a general access pass cost?
What city is it? Isn't it like in Mexico?
It's on an island, isn't it?
Bahamas, I thought.
It's in the Bahamas, yeah.
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 I thought there was some problem with like Mexican authorities, though. I thought this one was supposed
They
to be in
needed
Mexico.
water, and that guy earned it.
Yeah.
Maybe
They
I'm
didn't
wrong.
even need the water this time. He just did it.
He's like, he's the one who wanted to put it on again.
Andy, that's his name. Andy. How could we forget that?
How do we
was
get
his
all
name?
this free Capri Sun?
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Thanks,
Yeah, I got
Andy.
it.
Anyway,
Sorry.
my guess is $500.
I'm gonna go with $9.99.
How much? Just tell us.
$1,400.
My gosh.
How much for their VIP?
Well, if general admission is $1,400, VIP is going to be something like $6,000.
$5,000. And then their
No.
artist access,
That means you get to play on stage.
$25,000.
Do it, Chris.
Yeah.
It better be Picasso.
Yeah. They also have like the fire starter package.
Yeah, the Prodigy.
$1.1 million.
Yeah,
What are we
he's
doing?
messing around. They were never.
No, that means you literally get to start fires
Yeah.
during the festival and burn as many people as you'd like. Wouldn't that be fun?
Man, this stuff is stupid.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, anyway,
Who is going to go to this?
nobody.
No,
It was
People
never
with
going to happen.
money
No way.
to shovel into a giant hole.
Those documentaries are A+, though.
Mhm.
They're so good.
Yeah, both of them. Yep.
Yeah.
Chris will like this story. The Florida Highway Patrol has added the Chevy Corvette to its fleet.
Man, that's cool.
Oh, think about how fast it's
dude,
going to be when
you
they
know-
put their little police kits on there.
Yeah. You know, where was I? What state was I in? Illinois, maybe? My Jeep that I've got, my hot rod, my SRT8, that's what the cop cars were. And I was like, that's so cool.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
They can get going.
They get going.
I don't know why more police departments don't use Teslas or something like that.
Right.
Instead of Crown Vics.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to catch somebody and you want to go 0 to 1,000 in about 3 seconds, like those all electric cars, they can move.
Man, do they. Oof.
Yeah, they can.
What do they top out at?
No.
I don't really know, but
don't
I
know
know
what the
that
max
I mean,
is.
legit
probably
0 to
100.
60 in like 2 seconds.
It's take your breath away fast.
Yeah,
It's unreal.
The Tesla, what is it? The Plaid, that one goes 0 to 60 in like 1.9.
Woo!
Can it get to ludicrous speed?
It's ludicrous.
And
Yes.
that's part of it. Yeah, you can do that where you hold the pedal and the brake.
It's like a
Then you
slot
let
car.
go of the brake and it flies. Yeah.
It flies.
It's called ludicrous.
The days of chasing, though, I think are coming to an end.
Because of all the cameras.
All the cameras, all the helicopters, and then they also have things that on the front of the cop cars now, they can hit a button, it'll shoot a GPS
seen
tracker that'll attach to the car.
That's so
Wow.
cool. What a great
That's
idea.
sweet.
Yeah. So they're very dangerous to do.
So an Apple AirTag, basically.
Yes.
Man.
Wow.
How am I? Oh, man, I'd see. Here's how far away I am now from
So
pulling off a
far
heist.
away.
I didn't know that. I got to factor that in now.
Yeah.
You-
Yeah, we
you-
got to get up to date on our technology.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should just have Zach join the team as like our recon guy.
Although,
Actually, you should join the team, Core.
What team?
He's close.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
He's close.
Don't cash those tickets. A woman in Canada called a radio station to complain about her husband because her husband did not cry at their wedding, but did cry when Rory McIlroy won the Masters.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
That's so true, though.
That sounds like Musk, doesn't it?
It does. Well, Musk admitted he teared up.
That's what I'm saying.
When Rory won. My guess is he did not cry at his own wedding.
No.
I did the same because I was out 500.
Yeah, right.
I cried for a different reason.
I did not cry at my wedding.
Nope.
That's
No,
because
you're
of
too
all
busy
the
eating.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Did you
Did you feel like any like
Sure,
tears welling
human
up?
emotions.
Yeah,
I
did you
just didn't
feel an emotion? Any emotion?
Sure, just not
But there
anything
was
that would
never
cause
any-
tears.
Yeah.
No,
You weren't fighting anything. It
wasn't fighting tears.
No, you were sad because you weren't playing poker.
Yeah, yep. And there were people you had to talk to.
Well, I did have the best month of my poker career like 2 months before that, so I'm like, this game is so easy.
Yep.
That was 2013.
Yeah,
You were
it's over
hammering
for you.
those muffins too.
Man, that was at Sauce's wedding.
Oh,
I had
man.
1.5 cupcakes and have
Yeah.
I heard
been called a
you didn't
glutton
hammer any
ever
muffins?
since. No. And then again, I've caught hell from Angie for the last 11 years because I did not cry at the birth of my daughter either. And I've admitted this. It was so surreal. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So I didn't even crying wasn't even a thought because I'm just like, how is she real? I just couldn't stop staring at her, but I did not cry.
Yeah.
And I hear about it all the time.
Yeah, a fun fact for every dad that's been a part of like at least just one childbirth, you know, there's no slow motion. There's no really dramatic soundtrack that's playing in the background. It's more like, what the hell is happening?
Yes, and how is this real?
Like, how is this
it's
possible right now?
It's overwhelming.
You're in shock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like and that's actually during, but even afterwards when there's that moment, that tender moment where the mama's holding the baby, the newborn baby, and you're like, my life is completely changed.
Yep.
I remember was you saw or was it Corey? I remember one of you asked, "Is that ever going to get better?"
That was not me.
Is that ever going to go back to normal?
No, Sauce, that was you. Remember, you came in here and you said, "Do not say this on the air."
I did not.
But my
say
biggest
that.
concern was
No.
not the son of the health of my son Louis.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did. You even
No,
drew
I
a
didn't.
sketch.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. With diagrams and measurements and everything.
You said you were thinking of Harry Potter the whole time.
What?
Yeah, because she gardens.
I didn't say any of that. Yeah.
This show's dumb.
It was an unbelievable
wizard
moment.
hats,
It was
wizard
an
hats.
unbelievable moment.
It really was.
You mean wizard sleep?
Did you cry?
Yeah, did you cry at the birth of Louis?
Of course.
What do you mean, of course? So
Yeah.
I'm a freak because
Well,
I
you're
didn't.
a
guess I'm a
robot.
freak too.
Yeah, I cried. Yeah. But as you just said, Ben, it happens, even though like my wife would not say that it happened quickly. There's a lot that goes into it. But when it's like go time, you're like, oh my God, this is happening. It's just-
this is it.
And then there he is. And I was like, oh, wow, it's unbelievable. Yeah, the emotion, I've never felt emotion like that in my life. It was wonderful. Yeah.
And little known fact, they did not have to smack Louis on the butt to make him cry.
No, he looked at his
He
dad and
looked at his
screamed. Yeah, sorry, I took your yeah. He went, bah!
Yeah, that's my dad.
Yeah.
No.
You know. Yeah.
Oh, Brick.
Oh, yeah, that's my name now. Yeah, it was great.
Get used to disappointment.
We should just get a brick wall for you. So
Yeah, we should.
Put it where?
Yeah, we should make that your picture whenever.
Yeah.
Like on the.
Just a brick wall
Just
with
a brick
eyes.
wall.
That'd be brilliant.
Well, you're a stand-up comedian. You've performed in front of some brick walls before.
I've also performed in front of nobody.
Miller Lite is partnering with Pringles on 2 brand new chips that sound disgusting. Beer can chicken.
Oh, delicious.
And grilled beer brat flavored Pringles.
Yeah, apparently there's a local connection here. It was developed by some guy in a garage in Savage.
The
By
beer
accident.
can chicken bit is a way you make it, right, Ben? Don't you make it in like a beer can? Isn't there like
there's like a little apparatus where you take the little chicken and you like prop them up.
Yeah.
And then inside that little thing, it's a little holder for a beer can. And you put the beer can full of beer and you just cook it in there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then the other one, great. Yeah. Brats are great. Little fried onion, A+.
I like ladies too. Don't call them that.
Oh.
So what do you do with brats now?
Oh, brats.
Put them on my grill, fry up some onions and some butter and garlic, mix
teeth?
that all together. Oh.
Augusto, sweetheart, save some room for later.
I don't have 14 of them. I would, but I don't.
Ben, Twin Cities Live, 3 to 4:30 today.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we're going to do it again today. And we are going to be, I mentioned this last week.
Come on now.
We're going to be at Malone's tomorrow in Maple Grove.
Man, I might have to swing by.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Do that. You're a swinger.
do that. I love that place.
Yeah.
We will find a way to get you on the show if you do.
Love that place.
We'll drag you into some sort of
No,
segment.
you know, I don't need to be on TV. I just want to support my friends, and by friends I mean the
It has
people at
nothing to do with
Malone's.
your friends, yeah.
Yeah, Ben, I don't think Ben thinks you guys are friends.
I was talking about the guys at Malone's.
Yeah, we're acquaintances.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
good for you, Core.
Get some waffle fries.
Which
Waffle fries.
I heard from a birdie that Sauce saw my wife at the store.
Yes.
And didn't want to say hi.
Why?
Because, why are you being so rude to Abby?
What's wrong with Abs?
I'm not being rude to Abby.
What did she do to
Sounds
you?
like
She did nothing to me.
Come on, man. Say hi to Amy.
But she was in front of me, and I didn't want to be the guy that drove around her and was like, "Hey, Mrs. Lieber," and she'd be like, "Oh my God, what are
Well,
you
it'd be
doing?"
weird if you called her Mrs.
Yeah, what is she, your
Lieber.
teacher?
Yeah, she's
I mean, I'm just trying to be polite.
by,
I saw
by
her
calling her
yeah.
Mrs. Lieber.
Yeah.
So you just ignored her completely.
I didn't ignore her, but
Well,
I just
did you say hi to her?
no.
So then you ignored her.
So you saw her, you were within close
Twice.
proximity.
No, not close proximity.
You never
No.
said hi?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
I don't know.
So you saw her twice?
Twice.
And
Now
you know
it's
she-
worse.
now-
But when you walk into a Target, if you go straight, you go to the kitchen area, and if you go right, you go to the food area. I was going to the food area.
Mm-hmm.
She was going the other way. I
Surprise.
didn't want to.
So where did you see her the second time?
in the bathroom.
No, I don't remember where we were.
You
You
peeking
don't
under the
remember
stall?
where you were.
There wasn't any
This is weird now.
eye
now it's getting
contact or
weird.
anything, so I didn't want to
Your
be
story's not holding up. It's
No,
not making
it's
sense.
not.
We all believe that you went straight for the food, but now we're trying to figure out where you went after that.
I should have, but I was never close enough to be like, hello. I didn't want to track her down like a
Hello.
weirdo.
Hello.
Did she see you? Did you guys make eye
No,
contact?
or I would have said something. She never saw me.
obviously
so-
she
Yeah, she never saw you. We heard from. I heard from somebody
Pat
else.
Kelly. Yeah. I told him the whole
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. We heard from somebody else that you saw her. Now, I didn't know that you saw her twice in the store.
Yeah.
And you saw her close enough to where you recognized her.
Weird.
And you never once thought you'd say, hey, Becky.
No,
Look at her butt.
I did not say that. But yeah, that
Were
was
you
Because
with
she
your
was
wife?
like, she's
No,
like,
I was alone.
if I saw him, I would have said hi. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I know you would have because you're
Yeah.
a nice person.
Yeah,
We
I
said,
guess
hey,
I'm not.
Mr. Lambert.
Were you carrying a half-eaten chocolate cake?
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
were embarrassed?
I'm one of those people that eat stuff and then pays for it at the register.
Yeah.
That's a great question. What was in your cart at the time? That might have influenced it.
Probably diapers and formula.
All right, you
Ben.
guys.
See you, dude.
Condoms. No.
And Ben and Sauce are going to record a draft podcast right after this show.
And it'll play tonight after Wild Weekly around 7:30.
Tonight. Okay,
So-
love you guys.
Love you, bye-bye.
So yesterday we're in a meeting. It's a handful of us, and then Barb and Abbott and Nick Madden, and Sauce is eating Starbursts.
Oh yeah.
I know.
You guys know where I'm going with this.
Oh, yeah.
Are you talking
Sauce
about
is
my
eating
picture?
Starbursts. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people in that meeting were eating Starbursts?
One.
And what was
Me.
his name?
Meat sauce.
That was
Paul
Meat
Lambert.
Sauce.
Yeah.
The meeting ends, and about 5 minutes afterwards, we get a group text. Now, there is, on the 5th floor here at our building, there is like a mail pickup and drop off thing, MAIL, not
Yeah.
MALE, where they, if it's after hours or whatever, they can just drop stuff off so they don't have to get through the security doors. They can just drop stuff off in this mail bin that's right next to the elevators. Well, the mail bin was completely empty, except for about 7 Starburst wrappers. Why did you throw away Starburst wrappers in the mailbox?
I don't know.
Why?
Somebody has to throw that out.
Yeah.
That is the equivalent. We always talk about the shopping cart test, right? That bringing back your shopping cart and saying, I don't want to make somebody else do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring my cart back is a test to see if you're a good person.
Yeah.
You threw Starburst wrappers away in an empty mail bin.
Yeah.
Why?
Wasn't my best moment.
There's garbage cans at the bottom of the elevator right next to D. Bryan's. You can throw stuff away or put it in your pocket and throw it away later.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
That's so weird.
It was very weird.
Yeah.
I saw it. I just stood there and I'm like, I have to take a picture of this.
Because it could only be one person.
It was
the person that was just hammering Starburst during our meeting.
I do too.
Yeah, they're the best. That was me. That was not.
I wonder why you did that.
I don't know, because I'm lazy.
But you must have known somebody was going to see that.
I mean, yeah, I thought at least somebody would just throw some mail in it. It would bury those and we wouldn't have to talk about it.
But it was empty.
Yeah,
And
but I
all of
thought
us
somebody
were-
would pitch mail in it.
Yeah, but all of us were about to leave. So all of the people that just watched you eat Starburst at the meeting would see that it was in the bin while we were leaving.
Yeah, it wasn't my brightest moment.
So you don't want to talk to Abby Lieber, but you do want to make other people pick up your Starburst wrappers.
That sounds
I
right.
wonder if
Yeah.
they're still in there. I should have looked.
I didn't
Yeah, I
look
bet
this
they are.
morning.
Yeah. They probably are.
That was a pretty weird moment.
That was
And
really weird.
And if they are, I'll pick them up.
Oh, good.
Throw them out probably just on the ground somewhere.
Next to a shopping cart that you don't put back.
I put all those back.
Did you put Abby Lieber's back?
No, I didn't see her put her cart back. I was gone by then.
Would have been nice to say hi to her.
I would have, but you
She's
know,
lovely.
Yes, she's very,
very
nice.
nice.
I've met her multiple times,
Oh,
but
quit bragging.
I didn't want to freak her out. I have that effect on people.
So we've talked about this in the past. It's very hard to have a two-person game of Monopoly end, let
Yeah.
alone three, right?
Completely.
You had a third person, you're like, good luck ever ending this game.
Take forever.
A bunch of board game fans in Australia broke a world record for the most people playing Monopoly at the same time. 918 players split into groups of 6 and then played on 150 Monopoly sets. The event raised money for a charity called the Little Legs Foundation that supports childhood brain cancer research. In the history of Monopoly, I know there's, 6 pieces per game, right? Like there's 6 playing pieces you can pick from. Has a 6-person game of Monopoly ever ended?
No.
Ever?
There's no way.
How is that even possible?
Not yet.
No.
I mean, it's still going.
But how would you ever get the opportunity to even eliminate another player?
Yeah, it's
Don't
a
you
great
just
question.
keep going around the board, money in, money out?
Yeah.
I mean,
That would, oh my God. I'd quit.
Have you guys seen the GTA trailer?
what? Another one?
Yeah. I don't know. It looks like it just came out yesterday. It's pretty long.
No. GTA
6
trailer.
The guy's wrangling an alligator out of a pool.
Oh yeah, stunning new
Look at
new
this.
trailer 24 hours ago.
Oh my goodness.
How did we miss this?
I don't know.
I'm not seeing.
I'm watching it. It is a minute and a half long.
I think this is.
What you think this
Is this the old one?
I haven't seen it before. I'm gonna send it to you right now. Do you not know? Do you not see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Is it the old one?
I think so. Because isn't there
is it the one with a gator going through the gas station thing? Is it that one?
It's all a bunch of things that have happened in Florida.
Still amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
Oh, okay. Maybe. All right.
But
It's new to me.
you almost can't believe it's real though.
Yeah, I
Right?
know.
It just
I know.
it looks realistic. It's
Holy
it's
moly.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Do
crazy.
we have any idea?
I have a lot of ideas.
On a yes, you do. On a release date?
It's 2025. It's crazy because that first trailer came out December of 23. So
wow.
And they haven't had anything since, but they're telling their shareholders that 2025 is going to be a big year for Rockstar. So
All right, Dan.
yeah.
Nate Bargatze is going to host the Emmys in September.
That's pretty cool.
That'll be great.
Yeah, he'll be great at
Yeah,
that.
he will be great. He's good at everything.
Oscar winner Mikey Madison has reportedly passed on a role in one of the upcoming Star Wars movies.
Oh.
Not weird? Like you win an Oscar, and before that, she probably would have done anything to be in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Well, that's a tough decision because
tough call.
Those, they're not what they used to be, but it might be a $1 billion movie.
Yeah.
And
you might get to be in 3 of them or something.
Great point, too. Yeah.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
So, Hawk, I know you haven't seen this season of White Lotus, right?
No, not yet.
One of the, main, 12 characters is a British gal that has really jacked up teeth.
Are those her real teeth?
Yes. They are her real teeth.
Okay.
And, she's beautiful. And
Yeah, of
she's
course.
obviously had a chance to change those in her life, but just decided not to. That's kind of her thing, which is fine. So SNL really leaned into that when they did a White Lotus parody last week. Really made fun of her actual appearance and her teeth.
Yeah.
And it kind of broke her up. Like she cried a bunch and seemed pretty devastated by the fact that they really made fun of her. Right. Which is something she's probably dealt with a lot when she has teeth like that.
Right.
So Sarah Sherman, the gal who played her in that parody, apparently sent her flowers and apologized. And I think they're realizing they probably went over the line. Because it's one thing. She said it was unfunny and mean. It's one thing if you just like, well, that's just kind of mean. Well, but if it's funny,
yeah.
But unfunny and mean. So she sounded like she got pretty hurt by it.
That's too bad. Yeah, that's tough.
She's awesome on the White Lotus, by the way. She does a great job.
I'd never seen her before.
Same. I'd never heard of her. Her name is Amy Lou Wood. Did a fantastic job. And the sketch was actually pretty solid, but her part, whatever. Haley Joel Osment was arrested for public intoxication and possession of a controlled substance at a California ski resort.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough, man. You see all those dead people.
Sonny Bono.
Yeah. Somebody sold you a dead bird.
It's not the same kid.
It is too, isn't it?
No.
That's not Haley Joel Osment?
No, it's not the same kid.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm 99.9% sure that is not Haley Joel Osment. The kid from Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
No.
No, Billy and Forsey?
Yeah. That is not Haley Joel Osment.
Is that where he's sitting in the plane? Sorry.
I thought for sure that was him.
No.
I've thought that my whole life.
It's like
Even
the
before
Mandela
movie was
effect.
made.
That's a great film. Dumb and Dumber is brilliant.
Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump.
By the way, we watched Liar Liar last night.
Yeah, you said some bad things about it.
If you go back and watch that movie, which I hadn't in a while,
It's not your.
It still holds up.
it still holds up, but it's just Ace Ventura as a lawyer. He does all the Ace Ventura bits. It's a good film, but he literally
like what?
Just all the facial bits, all the
But that's not
the
Ace Ventura.
movements.
That was just Jim Carrey's over the top acting in comedies.
Yeah, but it just feels like Ace Ventura doing or acting as a lawyer. It's a great film, especially the "In Your Bra" line. That's such a great line. End scene.
Okay.
Boy, you're right. It's not. And now that I see him, he looks nothing like him.
No, looks nothing like him. Just kind of a blondish looking
That's
kid.
so weird. Like I have put Haley Joel Osment's face on that kid his whole life.
Total Mandela effect.
Wow.
I just thought he was real quiet.
Yeah.
Wow.
The dead bird.
Weird.
Yeah. Pretty bird. Great bit.
6 in 10 Americans admit that they ignore medical symptoms that they don't feel are, quote, serious.
Yeah.
That's a dude thing for sure, right? I get crap from my wife all the time about that. It's like, I'm sure it'll go away. It's like, what if it's something serious? It probably isn't.
Yeah.
And you just ignore it.
Yeah. You're not like that at all, Sauce.
No, I ignore everything.
No. You go straight to the doctor.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah. But like the one time, see, I'm the definition of the boy who cried wolf. When my neck hurt really bad, no one believed me.
Yeah.
And I fully get it. It was the worst pain I've ever had, but because of my years and years of, like the time I told Hockey I was dying, and he was like, you just did squats with Star. Don't do that.
Well, hang on. I promise you, when you said your neck was messed up, all of us believed you. We're like, well, yeah, it's carrying around that giant son of a bitch. Of course it's sore.
Yeah. Look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it
Your
even
head
works.
makes my neck sore.
Yeah. Oh.
My neck hurts.
Nobody
Nobody believes me.
sucked.
Oh, yes, we do.
Yeah.
It's very
Well, if you
believable.
put it that way, yeah, you're correct.
Yeah. We bought it 100%.
Yep. That one we bought. The
I
rest
told
of
him
it,
to
no.
unplug you.
Yeah.
I hate to do it, but
Miss Lambert, your husband's neck is never going to be the same. It's never going to quite recover.
you don't want to live like this.
It was nice of you at least tell her in the grocery store.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, after she
Hi,
left.
Mrs. Lambert.
Yeah, well played.
Remember me? I'm the guy that threw Starburst wrappers in the mail bin for no reason.
Tommy's mailbox?
Oh, man. All right. Initials tomorrow. At 8:15. What are we at? 89? $89,000 tomorrow up for grabs potentially. 5:30 to 9 tomorrow. 9 to noon is next.
651 Carpets Plus, we bring the showroom to you. Come on in. Here's how your free in-home estimate works. We bring you all the latest and greatest styles to complement your home. We use our state-of-the-art measuring system so we can give you the best price for your project on the spot. And we have thousands of products that you could have installed the next day. Call 651 Carpets Plus for your free in-home estimate.